Hey world, it's Ro checking in. It's Friday. What's going on with you guys? It's weekly check-in. Just wanted to take a moment to say hello. Hope you guys are having a great day, a great Friday. Hope you guys have had a great week. I know we're moving into fall, which I'm super excited about because fall is my favorite time of the year. Get to wear sweaters and boots and hair wraps and such. So I'm excited about it. Do you guys have any upcoming plans for the fall? Like what are you looking forward to as the seasons change, as things change, as we grow and we become better as a nation? Well, before we get the podcast started, I just wanted to take a moment and do shout outs for businesses. So if you guys are tuning in, if you have a business that you want to shout out, you guys can go ahead and tag your business in the comments and I'll shout them out for you. Let's see. So at the moment, I just want to take a moment and shout out businesses. So if you have a business or you're a business owner, you can go ahead and put your business in the comments and I'll shout it out for you. I'll start off by shouting out some businesses that I like and love. First, I am the owner of Sponsored by Row Marketing Management and Events. So if you guys could take a moment to follow my business page, there you will learn about marketing strategies, marketing promo, and marketing ads, as such as marketing events as well. And then also, I am the owner of Free Your Journey, which is my platform for healing. So if you guys are not following Free Your Journey, if you guys could add Free Your Journey and Instagram, and it's also my page on Facebook. So if you guys could go there and follow, that'd be perfect. Also, my third business I would like to shout out tonight is Simply DWR Creations. Home of handmade crafts and goods. So if you guys are interested, she did make these t-shirts that I do sell as well for my Free Your Journey. So you guys could go to Simply DWR Creations and follow her. And then I also have another business that I want to shout out tonight, which would be Fraser's Pest Control. If you guys are not following them, you'll just go to I think it's Fraser's Pest Management, if I'm not mistaken, at on Instagram, and it's also on Facebook. I will also have the links at the end of my live to all businesses that were shout out. I also want to say that with pest control, I'm noticing that most of the businesses they're doing outside. I don't know if that's the norm. I guess that's the norm for COVID, but I need them to come inside. I've been complaining about that for my leasing office. Like, what is outside doing? Why am I paying you guys to spray outside? If I have to wear a mask to go in the grocery store, they could wear a mask to come in my home to clean or do whatever, not do to spray. I'm not really understanding that. And then I could wear a mask when they come, so I don't get it. It's been a good week for me so far, you guys. How's your week been? What's going on in your world? What's going on in your life? How's your journey been? For me this week, it's been busy. I guess it's been productively busy. I have been consistently doing something relating to Sponsored by Row, which I'm proud to say. Sponsored by Row is keeping me busy with promo and ads and doing flyers for businesses. So if you guys are in need, I do flyers. I do promo, and I also do ads. If you guys are interested, you can just follow me at Sponsored by Row and let me know what's going on with your business and where your needs are, and we can just discuss your marketing strategy. We can come up with some marketing strategies and how to move forward. Also, I feel like I'm in excitement mode, I guess. Like, it's like a get ready excitement mode because my birthday is coming up, so I'm excited about that. But it's also like I'm nervous about my upcoming birthday because I feel like I'm not where I said I was going to be. But then that's just me always overthinking. So maybe I am where I said I wanted to be, just not in the material world of it. Because where I am with my businesses, I'm doing well. I'm moving well with my healing journey. But I think I wanted to be in a house, have a newer car, and I wanted a better, well, not say job because I don't need a job because my business is growing. So I think I'm doing pretty well so far. Hopefully 32 brings me new blessings that I have not say ready for, but I didn't expect. So I'm ready for new blessings to oversee and overcome in my life and overflow. I think that'd be perfect. I have been overworking, I think. If you guys are overworking, we did talk about self-care, and I just want to know, what are you guys doing for self-care tips? Because right about now, I've been drinking tea constantly. I've been eating my sea moss to make sure that my skin is clear and making sure that the mucus stays down, because I get sinus infections when the seasons change. But I haven't had issues lately. I've been on taking sea moss for 3 months now, so I think that my body's been accustomed to me taking that, so I'm not really having any issues with my sinuses at all. So if you guys are having issues with sinuses, anybody with eczema, skin issues, sea moss is perfect. If you guys are following, I am a social media manager for Focus Detox Align. So if you guys are following them, they have great sea moss products, sea moss serum for your skin, and sea moss gel that you can take as well. So if you guys can follow them for more updates and insights, for more information, that'd be perfect. This week I have been struggling with I was talking about chakras, and my throat chakra has been really bothering me. Like, I have not been able to express myself, and I've been coming into situations that's been forcing me to express myself, and it's been coming out very rudely, or very rude and mean. And that is basically the little girl talking, so I'm learning that as well. I'm still growing, so right now my inner voice is my inner child, and she's rude. So I did state that in my first podcast, that I used to be rude. So right now the grown version of me is battling the rude version of me, and it's like, okay, get it together. But I have been noticing that I need to be more expressive. So I did write down some throat chakra affirmations that I need to consistently say for the next week. It says, I speak my truth freely and openly. Being honest will free me from my current situation. I am safe and trust others to allow me to express myself truthfully. I alone am accountable for expressing myself truthfully. My honesty attracts what I deserve. The one that stuck out to me when I was just reading, it kind of like stuck in my energy, was, I alone am accountable for expressing myself truthfully. I have a hard time expressing myself truthfully and staying within what I mean. If I say what you mean and mean what you say, and people are going to either take it or they're not. So I do understand when the old heads used to say, honey, say what you mean what you say, because that's real. Like, you can't say something and then move differently. What's the point of that? I really don't get it. So if you really have something to say and you want to be more expressive within yourself and to others, practice talking to yourself in the mirror. Hey girl, I'm not comfortable with how you talk to me. And just let the words flow out so you're comfortable at least having a thought to say. Like, you have something in thought to say when it comes to time for you to get the views out. I did have, what time is it? I'm trying to keep up with my time. Okay, so it's 8:24. This week, before I go into my topics, I am, as you guys can see, I'm a dark-skinned woman, and we've been battling racism and colorism. I have been battling racism and colorism all of my life. So I do believe that is a topic that younger generations do come upon in their world, and they're not sure how to go about it. I did have a conversation with my family. I sent out like a group text, and we just had I just wanted some insight, because all of us are in a different age bracket. I also asked my younger brothers because I wanted to see how they were, because my younger brothers, one is darker than me and one is lighter than me, so I'm in the middle. So it was good to hear their views. Now, the darker skinned brother didn't even give me a feedback, but I'm pretty sure he's had some issues. But the brown skinned brother, Um, he stated to me that he's had issues only when it came to with the people he were with, and at that moment I wasn't for sure if he meant if he was with a group of black people, if he was with non-black people, because that makes a difference. I'm trying to understand, were they viewing him because he was the black person in the group, or were they viewing him because he was a lighter person in the group? So when we had the conversation about colorism, um, most of my issues I haven't had with my friends, like light skinned friends, dark skinned friends. I've never had an issue amongst females. Like, I don't know. It's all I'm trying to think, see if I can say that confident. Yeah, no, the females that are friends that I've always had, we've never had colorism as an issue between us. You like what you like. You like what you like. If a dark skinned brother is going after you, we weren't that in like I don't ever see me. I don't know. I don't remember me having no issues. I've never had issues, and I don't have issues with nobody in the skin color because I think all skin is beautiful. But the hate comes from the men in my black community. I think that what triggered me the most growing up, and this was men that I was dating. So that hits a little deeper than the random man on the street. Like, I can get compliments from non-black men all the time. That's not an issue. They have no problem voicing how they feel. But the African American men sometimes have an issue voicing that they think you're beautiful. They have an issue telling you that they think you're beautiful, and I do think that that comes from within them. They don't think they're beautiful, so it's hard for them to tell another woman that's darker than them that she's beautiful. I look back over at some of the dumb mess I've heard from my life, and I actually wrote it down. So some of the things are pretty for a dark skinned girl. That hits levels that no one would, I think, would ever get unless you're a dark skinned woman or dark skinned man, whatever. But to hear from a dark skinned man say it to a dark skinned woman that they're involved in a relationship, like y'all are intertwined, that's not pillow talk. That's not a compliment. That's degrading. For you to say she's pretty for a dark skinned woman, what does that mean? I think that was the first day. Well, it wasn't the first day he made me cry, but like to hear some like that was just like, huh? I didn't get it, and I still was confused by it. Like, I don't know what you mean. You mean that if I was lighter, I wouldn't be pretty, or if you, I don't get it, and I still try to understand why do people keep the dumb. We keep the generations of me talk proper. I'm sorry because I'm getting excited speaking very fast. Why do we continue the cycle of ignorance? Like, most of these young men were saying that they didn't want to produce dark-skinned babies. Like, no, I'm just going to get a light-skinned woman because they're going to automatically give me a light-skinned baby. That's not automatically true. That's not automatically true. According to genetics and in science, babies come out whatever color they want to come out. Like, period. I do understand that a light-skinned woman will make a lighter baby than having two dark-skinned people. Yes, that's true. But she's not going. Most of the time, we don't know if she's going to come out lighter or darker until the baby is out. But to have the mental that you don't want your daughter to go through what I went through or what your mother went through, and you think that the best thing to do is to create a baby with a lighter person because that would give them a better life. That mentality has to be broken, because if you could just teach your dark-skinned daughter or dark-skinned brother, sister, son, nephew, niece, that their skin is beautiful regardless, and that no matter who they are and whoever thinks that it's something other than that, something's wrong with them internally. We have to understand that we're programming kids to not even like themselves when you talk negative around them about another race or another color. Like, I do understand the jokes and how we laugh and we play. That's not a problem, because I think we should be able to have a open forum where you can have jokes all day and things about the color. I get it. I understand. I'm live in a black world just like everyone else. Like, in the black community, you understand what I'm saying. But when you having a negative conversation, it makes kids kind of like, well, is there something wrong with me because I'm blacker than her, or I'm darker than her, and this boy over here told me that he preferred a light skinned girl over me because she's gonna give him a pretty baby. What? Like, grow up. If you have that mental, like, it was a few weeks ago or months ago, I don't know, but 50 Cent was talking about, like, kind of like on the same thing. Like, he's definitely a colorist, but I'm trying to understand, how did he get there when he dated, I thought he dated Vivica Fox and Sierra. So, but then again, those are lighter skinned women to him. Maybe he probably have never dated a dark skinned woman before. But I want to know what is happened so traumatic in a black man's world that the only thing you could say to even justify dating a light skinned woman or dating a darker skin, dating a light skinned woman or dating outside of your race is to knock the dark skinned woman down. We just be minding our business. Like, minding our business, trying to get our bag, trying to raise our kids, trying to make sure food is on the table. But we log in and then there's drama about your skin tone and you're like, more of this shit today? I was just really trying to laugh at some Instagram videos. I wasn't trying to get deep with my skin tone today. I really don't understand, how does this become the black man's thing to talk about, when other cultures, brown skin, beautiful, like Amada, I always get her name wrong, so I'm just gonna say Amada. She is beautiful. She's a beautiful dark skinned woman, and there's many more that are African American women that are dark skinned as well. But it's just like, how can you say that because you have dark skin you're not beautiful, and to teach it and to want to say to others, no, you're not beautiful because of this. And I've also heard some other, like, you're a colorist or you're colorism if you think that a black woman cannot just be black and beautiful. She has to be mixed with some shit. No, I'm just mixed with black. That's it. I don't have to have no foreign, nothing. But I get those questions all the time too. Are you Jamaican? What's your Caribbean? Where are you from? What island are you from? Are you from the islands? And I used to say, okay, it's just because I have locks. I get that. I understand that. But what it happens to other women who do not have locks as well. Why can't a black woman just be with pretty hair? Because if she has pretty hair down her back, or she has just pretty straight bone hair, she's mixed with something. I know a lot of black women who's just black, who has pretty straight hair. It happened. It's okay, y'all. We exist. The pretty brown women exist with real hair. They exist. This is my real hair. People ask me that question too. Like, it's offensive. It is offensive. And I can only imagine if I had straight hair. It's mine. Yeah, it's mine. But these are things that have been driven in our brain that do not exist in our world. There's not a black woman who has beautiful black hair, or she doesn't have to have beautiful black hair. She can dye her hair and be blonde, but it's still hers. But it's like, it doesn't exist. It's foreign. It's not. No, you're mixed. You're what? You exist? Get out of your world and take a walk. Like, yes, there's beautiful brown women down the block and where you live at. They're right down there. You just choose not to open your eyes. Exactly. I agree with her. She said, like the sand people, there are a variety of shades and some look Asian. But we all have melanin popping in throughout. So the beautiful skin tones. Like, I love all the skin tones. Like, the darks, the light skin, all of it is beautiful to me. I just hate when people just make it seem as though you have to have this other in you to be beautiful. No, you don't. Like, first of all, beautiful is in the eye of the beholder, number one. And number two, if you choose to date whoever, that's fine. Just don't bring us up in the conversation with you. Hey, my name is Bob, and you know what? I date Sarah because Sarah makes me feel good. Leave the damn color out of it, because we don't have no issues with who you date. We don't care. But y'all bring the dark-skinned women or brown-skinned women up into y'all worlds when we just be minding our business. Like, I don't understand it. I really am trying to understand how. I guess that just makes y'all feel better because something's going on with you guys. And I hope that you do get the help from that and stop pushing your issues off on us, because we've had enough. And I think that the more you educate yourself about brown skin and all of who you come from, your mother, then you'll be better off. But until then, don't say nothing about the black community and brown skinned women, dark skinned women, even if they're not in the black community. Just leave it be. Like, I've heard, another ignorance I've heard was wearing colors. Like, dark skinned women, you can't wear loud colors. That doesn't look good on your skin tone. Yellows, light pinks. I wear all those colors. Those are my go-to colors. I love coral and yellow. Those are my fun colors. Like, to tell somebody that, like I said, so once again, to tell someone that when you're in a relationship with them, it is damaging to someone. It is damaging. And because I'm trying to do this world of figuring out who I am, past life, right now life journey. Who was I in my past life to just be dating these people who just tell me that dark-skinned women ain't nothing? Who am I? Who was I? These are questions I have, and I'm just like, ignorance. Why? Why did I choose you? Who are you? Like, who are you to tell me some shit like that? I don't get it. I'm not understanding it. That throws me off, honestly. And then the basic colorism stigma from all sides is people thinking that black women are loud, black women are bossy, black women are ghetto, black women are uneducated. With the conversation I had with my family, I was saying to them, when I walk in the room, right, agreed. Colorful clothes are so beautiful on dark skin. Honey, I had an ignorant person I was dating tell me that. Like, told me that the yellow I had on wasn't my color. I shouldn't wear it anymore. So it was just, you live, you learn, dating dumb people. But that's why. But he was a dark skinned man, so that's what I said. He must have had issues within himself. He didn't think that he would wear yellow because it didn't look good on him. So he told it to me. I don't understand it. I just don't get people, honey. Ignorance. It's because, like you said, I think it reflects on brown skin. Beautiful. Like, it just shines. It pops so much. But in the conversation I was having with my family, we was talking about walking into the room, and you have to, even with degrees, a black woman has to basically fight for the floor to prove herself or prove her point or say her point or say her piece. It's like, why do I have to do so much? Why isn't my work not good enough? And that may just be in some jobs, but in some areas of careers, it's not your work, it's how you look. They feel that your view to them is your version, or your perception. Their perception of you is not what they want their business to reflect. You're not their brand, but you're perfect to work in certain areas that they don't have to see you. Like in retail, it's certain looks that they go for. Like at I think, which my brother works here, so but it's like they go for certain looks. Abercrombie and Fitch, Hollister, those stores, they look for like model type people that are gonna look good in their clothes. So it's like you have to know what you're walking into or what you want your brand, not even what you want, but just realize what you're walking into when you get these jobs. You didn't get a job once because you had beautiful long braids. Now, what type of job was that? And was that in retail? Because I worked in retail a long time, 10 years. I worked at TJ Maxx. I worked at Macy's. I've worked at Gymboree. Those are the 3 retail stores I worked at, I think. Yeah. Macy's was the longest. And I'm trying to think on my journey. Did I have... Okay, so I said 10 years. It was during my lock journey. So during my lock journey, I had no locks. And then they grew out. And then I had more locks. Okay. Hospitality. Okay, before I go on so you had a hospitality job. So was that working like customer service in the front desk with people, and it was thought your braids were inappropriate? How do you tell me? That's what I was gonna say about my hair. Like they will always want me to, when my hair started getting like longer, or even when it was out, like it was always comment said like you couldn't be in this role because your hair is not straight or it's not curly. So I do think that played a role with me not wanting to take supervisor positions. That played a role with me not wanting to be a manager. Like, no, I'm not going to get the job anyways. They're going to give it to the girl with the straight hair. They're going to give it to the girl with the curly hair who can put her hair up in the bun, or she can make it flow. But with my locks, I have to come in and it's going to be... First of all, I love my crown. I'm never going to change my crown for a job. Like, I've always said that. So I'm pretty sure I went in with that vibe on every job. So it was just like, well, we're rather, because if I said I had 10 years of retail, there's never a way I should not have ever been. But then again, there's a way, because I did say I had attitude and I was rude. So let's just take that. But still, there's a lot of people who's managers and they nasty. They are nasty. I've never been nasty to my customers. Like, I feel like the energy you give me, I give back. If you don't, that's just sales. That's all I'm gonna say. Energy you give me, I give back. Okay, in a club. In a club? The club didn't want you to have the braids? Girl, I'm confused. They was just, they must want you to have straight hair and not the braids, probably. That's because they had this view of what they wanted their person to look like. I'm not let's see. I loved my job at Macy's, but there were some issues just within the organization that I wasn't necessarily rocking with. So it's like, I'm happy that I don't work there anymore. A lot of companies are underlining racist. They just need you on their payroll because they know that you do the job and they know that you do it well. I had 10 years of customer service, 10 years of retail customer service. And I feel like for managers not to do their job, but leave you in control of doing the job, that's more than enough said. You trust me to do the position, but you're just not willing to pay me for the position. And that's always been the situations. And with me, and with it's always going to be, black girl don't know how to shut up, or black girl always has something to say. No, black girl just know that this degree she got, y'all need to pay her a little bit more than what you have been paying her, or with this knowledge she has obtained. Because at first it was, you don't have a degree, but then I've been working these forever. But then when you get the degree, they still try to give you the same story. Like I tell my brothers and I tell any young person that's working, know your worth. Because y'all know that show Friends. I use this example every time. Friends, $1 million an episode. Each not the episode $1 million, but each person got paid $1 million per episode. Know your worth. If you want $1 million, put whatever you doing, put your on a resume. Know what your resume is worth. Like, I look down at my resume, I have to redo, because it's like I have to technically. I'm trying to understand, do I put all my life's journey? Like, what segment of time are you really supposed to be putting on a resume? Because I know some people say that you shouldn't have this much on it. But then I'm like, I've been working forever. So at what point, I guess after college life is what I would start back doing. Because guess I'll just redo it from after college life and just do it from there. Because really, I should just have marketing things on my resume now anyways. But if you look at your resume and you know that you are a master in your craft, do not let someone tell you what you're worth. Do not lower your do not lower it for $1. Like, I do understand that everybody needs to work, but you can tell them, hey, key points. I'm good at leadership. I'm good in customer service. I'm good in customer support. I'm never late. Like, I'm a team player. Like, call out your key areas. Why tell them why they should pay you $20. You can't ask for it and you showing up to work late. You never answering the phones. These things matter. But if you know that you're an A1 agent, I was gonna say A1 employee, you should have no problem asking them. Now, I had no problem asking my job. That was never the problem. But I always got like lashback about it. Like, why she feels that she deserves this. I could write a whole essay if you want me to. That's not a problem for me to tell you why I'm worth it. And another thing I've learned, if they train you to do something, they owe you. Because you're learning something new. Like, you didn't start out with that job, because when you realize that on your job description, that wasn't there, that's an extra. That's an extra. That's an extra. All this training class, you done taught me to do something new, this is extra. This is not in my job description originally. I have elevated. Now we can redo. I know we do raises and things like that and such. So remind you that with these raises, I done did 3 training classes. So I have upgraded. You need to pay me. And what is a raise for 50 cents? I don't understand, people. 50 cents is nothing. 3% of whatever y'all getting these numbers from, I don't understand it. $1, $2. They have enough money. The thing is, because my degree is business management and marketing, I hate numbers, y'all, but I can go and look at your finances and tell you what's going on. Like, the business owner is the person taking out of the bank. Period. Then they distribute it out to y'all. Like, okay, here we go. But then you would see they have other segments of where they have like bonuses and they do all of this such thing. How can y'all give me this extra payments when you could just put all that with my payment on the top? Like, stop holding out my money. That's what I don't get. You be holding my money for what? And then I also feel like they are able to pay me on the same day. Like, the money that you flowing in, I should be able to take on my paycheck per day. Like, cash it out. Whatever you need to do to me. Why am I waiting in for 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get my monies? Especially people who getting paid like on the 1st and the 30th. That's why I just, the questions I have, and I always go find it out, but it's just like, people play too much. Like, I feel like on a job, you require me to be who I am. Oh, my last job was when I started really investigating like numbers and stuff, because they started not paying me. Like, what I mean by not paying me is like my money wasn't hitting my bank account. So their accountant, some type of way, was not cashing out. So it's like, oh, okay, well, these people got paid and these people didn't. She did that to me maybe 3 times in a row. So while I'm waiting for money, she's there. Now I'm getting issued checks. And so I gotta wait for checks to be mailed, which causing my bills to be late. And then the job is like, well, you need to still get here on time. How? When I ain't got paid from y'all for 3 weeks. But then now that's an issue on me. It's like, y'all have to understand that was y'all mess up. I don't have no extra bank in the bank on top of 3 paychecks. No, I'm not spending the money that I have for bills to get to a job. Even though I got to the job, the point I'm trying to make is jobs do not care if you're in their chair or not. They're gonna replace that job. But as long as you're at their job, do your best to elevate wherever you need to be in your life so you can continue to thrive. If you love your job, continue to do it. Try to be the trainer, because we need great trainers. I would love to be a trainer for McDonald's, y'all. Like, McDonald's trainer. If y'all need some help, I would love to just come in and do like a month course of just customer service. I would love it. We can get whole new staffs. Like, we can just get new babies in there and grow them up. Because it's not one time I go to McDonald's and everything's okay. Like, I mean, like my fries. This would be a perfect visit for me. And I really don't even eat McDonald's anymore because I really don't have nothing to eat from there. So it's like, but a perfect experience for me would be my fries are hard and fresh. What else? What would I eat from there? My burger is nice. My cheese is good. I don't eat, but my drink is the right drink. I have a straw in the bag. I have ketchup. All of that. That would be a perfect experience. And then the person in the window was nice. She gives me sauce if I need it. But no. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm asking for too much. I think that's what it is. But then that's the thing. Why do I have to settle? Because I'm spending my money at. I'm spending my money here. So just give me what I want. Period. Like, they just have to do better. McDonald's do better. That's all I want. I just want y'all to do better. So lately I have been interested, and I hope you guys can give me information or insight on twin flames. So I wrote down, it says that twin flames are the other half of your soul. And it says the theory is the soul splits into two after ascension to the highest frequency, and then the souls, they go into different bodies. Like, that's a theory. And because I've been on this spiritual journey, I'm like, that kind of sounds appropriate to me. But then I asked the question, like, how many times do we repeat this cycle? I guess, but that would be until you learn the lesson, I guess. Because I'm thinking, like, if I ascend to the highest level and my body splits into two and goes into somebody else's body, well, not into somebody else's body, but into two other people, then you have to find each other on the world again. That's tiring. I wonder how many times I have done this. Because like I've been telling y'all, I'm tired of repeating the same cycles here on this earth, dealing with stupidity. Like, I be looking at myself like, did I do, why? Why am I counting this bull today? To be honest, I feel like I'm a nice person. Not even nice. Like, just generally, I don't bother nobody. I just be cooling. Whatever energy you give to me, I give to you. But I feel like negativity just be coming. Like, whatever I did in my past life, I was a horrible freaking person. For real, for real. I've heard that there are good and not so good twin flames. For you saying that, you answered a question that I have been pondering all day, to be honest. And the question I have been pondering was, could you have two twin flames? Like, with you saying good and bad, like, I'm thinking, like, at the time, because really the flame is your masculine versus your feminine energy, if I'm not mistaken, because our bodies are all formed of energies, so you have to balance that out. So I do think I was in a relationship with a flame before that was toxic. Like, it was a toxic flame for me, but it was a twin. And then now I feel like I'm in my good twin flame relationship. Like, it's kind of creepy when I'm talking about it too, like I'm getting goosies. But that's good to know, and I'm going to research that, because that's what I've been asking myself all day. Because when that relationship ended, it was like a pain on me. Like, I felt like I got hit by a Mack truck. And I was trying to explain it to my mom, and she was like, I don't understand what you mean. I'm like, I can't really explain it. But it's like, when you are all happy and butterflies, it was like the total opposite. It was like war and destruction. Like, I felt that. Like, and it's crazy. I hate the fact that I've been so in tune with my body and how it speaks to me on that level, and I didn't recognize it. I just thought I was going through some crazy and that's why I created this channel, because it's questions I have that I know somebody else is going through, or they've already experienced it, and it's kind of creepy to me. Like, I don't know, but when I think it was like a death to a. But then I asked somebody else, and they said it was like a soul tie, loosening, which is, I don't know. I can't. I sound kind of creepy right now, but I'm gonna research it, y'all, because I don't know. These are just experiences I have that I'm openly sharing, because I know that somebody else may be going through, and they can help me, or I can help them. But you're not by yourself, okay? I'm here with you. If you're having some creepy experiences within, you feeling your vibrations are just off, we can work that out. We can help each other. But on the twin flames, it says it's an external connection. An eternal connection to the soul. So when we become lost in our lover, what is really happening is that our souls are merging. This experience is independent of the physical body. In comparison to two lights moving closer and closer to each other until they occupy the same space. That's technically what a twin flame version looks like. Is compared to two lights moving closer and closer until they occupy the same space. Now, if you're experiencing physical separation from your twin flame, it says remember that they mirror you. So what is going on is in your okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I have horrible handwriting, so I'm trying to read this. Okay, so it says, what is going on in your subconscious mind at this time? Recognize it so that it can be healed to allow the physical union to move closer. So, once again, I say, if my twin flame is giving me some bull and it's telling me that this is what's going on in my subconscious mind, my unconscious mind at the time, what have I done? What have I done for this to be displaying? And then again, it's probably not even, you have to recognize. So I wrote down pretty much, let me go a little deeper before I go into that. I'm sorry. It says that basically it's your male and your masculine and your feminine balance. So, like I keep saying, I'm heavy masculine energy, like heavy. And I don't want that. That's not a proud thing. So I'm trying to heal that. So with my partner, feminine energy is easy, or they know how to balance theirs properly. Now with me, I'm still learning how to balance my masculine and my feminine energy. But what I'm trying to understand is with my twin flame, is like they're trying to show me how to be more feminine. And I haven't been learning that lesson. So I just continue to be hardened. And I no longer want to be hardened. I want to be soft. I want to be feminine so I can grow. Because if I continue to be hardened, I'm going to be stuck like a rock. And that's, well, they did say that a rose grows in the concrete. But that's what I'm hoping to get. Because right now, baby, I am tired. I am so tired. So right now, whatever I'm learning, I'm willing to learn it. Like, what is it? Just tell me. And just tell me what I'm trying to learn, because I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. But it's saying that it's going to mirror areas where the ego has taken control. So maybe I'm not ready, y'all. Like, because that's the thing. Like, in certain scenarios, I just be like, really, this is some dumbness. But really, it's like, okay, the act is dumb or the situation is dumb, but what it actually am I learning, or what actually am I feeling in a moment so I can deal with it? That's really the whole point. So it says ego is going to trigger fear in us when it feels threatened and cause the twin flames to run from the connection. That definitely made very much sense to me, with it saying that the ego triggers fear, because that's something, the fear is something that I have like babied in me, like I have birthed in me fear, and I am trying to remove that because I have other things to accomplish in life, and the fear is not something that I believe a characteristic or a flaw or anything that anyone needs to have. So I've been meditating on releasing that fear, releasing the fear of being in love, releasing the fear of being a mother, releasing the fear of having kids, like being able to carry, releasing the fear of failing, releasing the fear of not continuing my education because I do want to go back to school, or I'm in limbo figuring out if I do or if I don't. There's a lot of fear of starting my business, which I did. So it's a lot of things that I just have to get out the way of being afraid, because what I'm learning is I'm the person that's in control of all of this. So I have to release all of that pressure off of me and all of that fear, because I'm learning to go with the flow. Because if you go with the flow, everything aligns so perfectly. I've been trying to do that, and I've been just namasteing y'all. We just be trying to be so peaceful, because I'm always the person that just like, it has to be so perfect. If it's not perfect, it's wrong. It has to be over the top perfect for me. But now I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. I'd rather be peaceful than be mad. I have no energy for madness. I have no energy for it. Like, it drains me. It just really does. So it says also for the mirroring, it says heal trauma, because if you have to heal the unresolved trauma, because if you do not heal it, it's going to cause your twin flames to divide, which I do understand that, because your twin flame could hurt you emotionally in a way that you've been hurt before, is what it said to me. With the I got this from supernaturalvibrations.com if you guys are interested in reading what I wrote. So it says your twin flame could hurt you emotionally in a way that you've already been hurt before. So it's like you're going to continue to get those repetitive cycles, which honestly I am going through a repetition of the same pain, and I have to heal from that. And I think this year, y'all, it will be the year that I heal from that. I will no longer repeat this freaking cycle. I will no longer allow me to be hardened, because that is, like I said, that's the lesson that I'm learning. Soften your heart and everything will flow freely. I think that's just my message of tonight. Soften your heart, everything will flow freely. Take that with y'all on y'all journey this week, next week, and just remember that healing everything. If something's triggering you and you getting mad, ask yourself why. And I actually wrote down some steps for us to remember this week coming up. But twin flames will subconsciously twin flames will subconsciously act out the roles to fulfill each other's unfinished karma. So your past life and your current life. Example: if you ever caused pain to anyone, for example, like twin flames was already with someone, like this is an example. It says if your twin flame was already with someone when you got together and their partner at the same time got hurt, chances are your twin flame will mirror an equal hurt back to you. When mind blown, I've been in this repetitive cycle multiple times. So I wonder if, because I'm hardened, would that cycle be replaced back to someone else to hurt, to my partner? Because this has happened to me many times. Look, see, dudes don't think it's more to this when you know it. I'm gonna read it again. It said your twin, but this is only with your twin flame. But it says if you were with somebody when you got together and their partner at the time got hurt, chances are your twin flame will mirror an equal hurt to you. Just causing damage to the girl's heart, and she has no idea why. She's just like, what did I do? You was already with somebody when you got with her. So now she mad, you done cheated or you done did whatever, because it doesn't have to be cheating, but it's going to be some type of hurt because you was already with somebody when y'all got together. So these are the type of things that we have to learn to grow through or to acknowledge so we can understand, to heal. Ooh, I used to be hardened. I think I'm just guarding myself now. Like, or honey, at this point, I don't know. I think I have built up a Fortnite on everything. Like, so it's hard. Like, that's what it is. I've built up so many walls that when you break down one, it's another. When you break down another, it's another. Like, it's really a maze. And I'm just learning that I've built up so much. I had an experience this weekend with my family that made me realize that I blocked out some trauma in life. So I didn't realize that I did that, but it made sense. So I'm not really for sure. Honestly, it's not good. It's not, well, for me to recognize it is good, but it's really bad. Like, I'm happy that I'm acknowledging these things so I can knock down more walls, so I can be less hardened, so I can enjoy the freedom of being free. Because y'all, I love I love being me, and I love my life for sure. It's just that I'm getting into situations that are like triggering me. Like, why are you? The question that got to me is I barely spend time with my stepdad. So I think I'm uncomfortable with someone showing me genuine love. Like, that's something I'm very uncomfortable with. And it's not just from a man. It's from, like, friends. It's from anything. Like, I'm uncomfortable with it. Like, it's taking me a moment to even get back into the space where I'm, like, comfortable with my best friend. Like, I love my best friend, but it's like, it's certain things that I'm realizing, because I had a conversation with my mom, that I'm not being a best friend. Like, I'm sucking right now, and I know it, and I'm acknowledging these things. So it's like, right, the first step is having a problem is admitting it. So it's like, I wrote down that for me going forward with this new moon, I'm going to be a better friend. I have to be a better friend, because that's all we have in life right this moment is friends and family. And like I said, if you are my friend, or you have been my friend, or we've been friends before, you're part of my soul. So it's like you're part of my soul family. So we're always going to be some type of in each other's lives. But I have noticed that it's certain things that make me shy away from even opening up. And I think that's because I have been burnt by a few people in worlds, but they don't matter to me anymore. Like, they're not tied to my emotions anymore. But it's just the practice of having to keep your guard up. It's like, okay, well, I can't trust you, so I can't trust nobody. It's like, okay, well, that's not a norm for me to do, to trust you. See, yeah, it's like, but we have to let people in, because I've met so many genuine people once I removed the negative people out, and they've shown me nothing but genuine love. But it's just me. I'm so, what he said was, I think Drake said it, you're afraid or J. Cole, I think, might have said, I can't even re-quote it right now, but you're good at receiving love. It's Drake, but one of them, y'all, my brain is stuck right now. You give, but you cannot take love. That's what he said. You give, but you cannot take love. And that's exactly what it is. You say, I shy away and don't want any best friend thing. Why? Why don't you want the best friend thing? Like, having a best friend is awesome. Like, I used to think, well, cause your best friend, a best friend could be your twin flame too, but I think my best friend is more of like on my soulmate level. Like we're all like our pattern of soul is the same. We're not necessarily like a partner for life, but well, technically we are partners for life. But I think that's the type of bond we have. Like she knows me in and out, so it's like that's a good thing and a bad thing, to be honest. Cause this child, if like I said, I call her, she knows what's going on with me immediately. So it's like that's the type of energy that you should have with anybody in your world. And when you call someone, right now I'm so connected to people's energy. When I call people out or when they call me out, it's helping us. Like that's why I was like with the twin flame thing, you gotta know what you pulling out, because you pulling out you. Like you mad, but why you mad? You mad at yourself at the end of the day. Oh yeah, I do have a good best friend, but me and her we've been friends for like forever. 15, 16, 17, 16 years. Yeah. It's been a while. So, no, 15 years, because her oldest is 14. Yeah, 16 years. So the oldest is 14. So it's been a while. I can definitely understand you about the best friend thing, because I've labeled a lot of women in my life best friend and not knowing what that actually means. My best friend is, and honestly, the women that I have in my lives at the moment, they're all my best friends. Like they're all a call away. Like they've all been in my lives over 10 plus years. I have a few new friends that are great to me as well. A call away, whatever I need. If they need something, I'm just as well there for them. But I'm not the person that picks up the phone. I'm not the person that, thank you, boo. She said we've been friends for 17 years. I'm not the friend that just pulls up anymore. I used to be that girl. I used to be, hey, I'm on the way. What you doing? But like I said, I've had friends that did shit to me that I'm not coming pulling up on my friend's house. But that was not a friend. So it's like I had to reprogram my mind and my feelings to go together. Like you can't continue to treat this person like this person, because if you know that this person is genuinely rocking with you, why are you questioning it? And that's what I'm battling now. Like I'm battling receiving genuine love. Like that shit is uncomfortable to me, but that's what I want. But I'm going to admit that it's hella uncomfortable to me. But I give it. So I definitely deserve it. But it's like, I'm so used to getting fake love, y'all. I'm so used to accepting that shit and being like, yeah, this is right. And then when I get the genuine love, I'm questioning it. Mind is blown, y'all. I'm trying to learn. But the last thing on twin flames, it says that twin flames reflect truth always. Lies, deceit, betrayal will always come to light, and forever forgiven can trigger one both times. Can trigger one or the other, and you guys might run from each other. So once again, if you guys are triggering each other, it's because you're trying to grow. But it's not time to run from each other. Grow and heal and chuck it up. If she's telling you lazy, bro, she lazy. So both of y'all lazy. Like, if she's telling you something, she's telling you it for a reason. Don't be offended. It's definitely something there to explore. Like, understand why you're being offended. Write it down. I have some steps for mirroring. Before we end, I have a minute. It says, steps for mirroring. State your upset clearly. Change the nouns and the pronouns to turn to you. So if you say like, well, he made me mad, but really it's saying I made me mad because. Ask yourself if there is any truth to this statement or any other. Ask yourself, is there any truth to this statement, and answer it honestly. Feel through any feelings that arise. So I wrote an example. It says, I am upset with my mom because I feel blah, blah, blah. I'm upset with myself because same reason why you wrote about your mom. And then you will say, this is true because I don't feel people genuinely love me. I am afraid of blah, blah, blah. And then that will help you understand what is really going on. You guys, I thank you so much for tuning in. Follow me at Free Your Journey. I'll share information up there daily, weekly. You guys, I'm sending you blessings and love on your week and your day. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a great night.